G'day folks, welcome back to Wanderstop. Hope you guys are doing well. We're in front of the front entrance of Wanderstop, and I think we're going to start by taking a look at the mail here. Let's maybe hope for the new book from the book club. To the person who has been sending me packages, Detective Greyline here, this guy again. I got your second package, and lo and behold, it contained the exact evidence I needed in the case of Mrs. Oxford and the haunted clock that appeared in her window every evening. I'm sending you the clock in question. It's very likely not haunted. I'll be honest, this one was vexing me for years, and the fact that you solved it by just sending me the answer is quite troubling for a detective as accomplished and capable as I. In fact, it's the second time you've solved a case for me in this fashion. When will it stop? When will I, Detective Greyline, solve another case purely from my own intellect? I didn't get to be a celebrity sleuth by being handed the answers. Mark my words, I will solve the next case before you're able to solve it for me. The race is on. I mean, we're not even competing for anything. We're just sending random parcels here and there, but anyway, we'll see if we hear from him again. I'm sure we will. So, trinkets. We've got a few trinkets on us, don't we? And it's sort of clogging up our inventory a little bit, so might not be a bad thing for us to just place down a whole bunch of trinkets today in this episode, and that way we should be able to hopefully carry more stuff. We do have this book which Nana gave us, and yeah, I suppose we should take a look at this book for the time being. How long is this? Okay, it is 5 pages long, about economics. Professor Currency's Guide to Economics, exactly, or specifically. Welcome, reader, to the vast, strange, unfathomably beautiful, unfathomably terrifying world of economics. If you've picked up this book, it's because you've made the decision to dedicate your life to the study of economic theory. You've chosen well. My name is Professor Currency, and I will be your guide on this multi-volume dissection of the many fascinating facets of economics. First, an admonishment. Do not be daunted by the complex nature of what you're about to read. The pursuit of economics study is demanding, rigorous, and often physically painful. Physically painful? This is normal. Pain is economics entering the body. Rest assured that whatever struggles you face in comprehending this knowledge, you will be rewarded tenfold once you fully understand it. Armed with a fierce comprehension of economic theory, you will become an unstoppable machine of intellect and charisma. So, where to begin? How does one dive into a field as rich and dense as economics? Well, let us start with a brief history. Economics did not exist prior to the Crimson Age. Up until this time, all goods and services were given random values. These values could change arbitrarily at any time for any reason. A loaf of bread might cost 10 grimlets in the morning, and then at 3 p.m., the price could suddenly leap to 85,000 grimlets. Jeez. And while the price could then drop to half a grimlet at 4 p.m., by then the bread market was already in shambles. It was a terrible way to live, and every day tens of thousands of people died simply from overexerting their brains trying to figure out this system. However, at the beginning of the Crimson Age, the government decided that enough was enough. Their solution was to form the Special Committee to stop money-related thinking deaths. Money-related thinking deaths. Which gathered once every 3 months for an hour to discuss and deliberate on a brand new system of valuing goods and services. And after 6 months of congregation, they had invented the system which we use to this very day, economics. Under this new and profound ideology, goods and services would be given prices that correspond directly with their value. It was a change that produced drastic and immediate impact upon the entire world. While many were happy to have a consistent and reliable method of valuing items, for others it was disastrous. A significant number of merchants had gotten rich selling services like a cold bag of gross ugly socks by simply waiting for the exact moment when their service was very reasonably priced, while all other services were completely unaffordable. Yet while there was complaint, for the most part, this new system was widely accepted and adopted. Quickly, vendors began to ask questions like, what will consumers actually want to pay money for? And is there a situation where the market values a cold bag of gross ugly rocks? Sorry, did I say socks before? Gross ugly rocks more than literally all other commodities? Well, I guess gross ugly socks would probably be valued lower than the rocks, possibly. These questions became the cornerstone of economic study, and the ugly rock test is the first principle taught in most 101 economics classes. Okay, sounds like the pub test. While it is certainly true that the specifics of market value are quite different today than they are in the Crimson Age, the fundamental underlying tenets of economic theory are the same now as they were back then. It continues to be true that consumers want things and are willing to pay for a good if the price is commensurate with its value. It continues to be true that a cold bag of gross ugly rocks is a tremendously difficult, though not impossible, item to advertise as being the most valuable commodity a person can possibly own. And it continues to be true that everybody wants to make money, which means that in some sense, everybody is an economist. Of course, some of us are more of an economist than others, since we went to school for it and physically fought one another tournament style in the gladiatorial arenas to earn our diplomas. But on more of a theoretical and not very real level, every single person in today's world is an economist. This concludes our discussion of the history of economics, but what are the practical implications of economic theory in today's world? How can economics best be used for personal gain, and what about the economists' combat tournament I mentioned, and the light implication of packed arenas around the world where such tournaments are held? Several of these questions will be answered in Professor Currency's Guide to Economics Volume 2. Join me in the next book as we dive further into the unfathomably, unintelligibly illegible, beautiful world of economics. I wonder if we'll get to read Volume 2, but anyway, since we have a new book, it's time for us to just place the book down into our library. And yeah, I reckon I'll just carve out this space for books specifically. I don't even know if we can place any other type of book in here. Have we seen this book? Oh, it's the Book of Answers. Yeah. Yes, we have seen this book. Oh. The Book of Answers has nothing in it? What? Maybe we haven't seen the book. I think maybe what I decided to do is not worry about the book because I just wanted to continue playing the game. I thought the book would contain more tutorials and stuff, but it literally has nothing in there. Boy, alright. Well, that was a lot of reading for the start of the episode. Why don't we have a chat with our new customer and introduce ourselves, hopefully make a new friend. Maybe this person's friendly, unlike Nana. Hello, welcome to Wanderstop. It's a tea shop. Do you want tea? Tea? No, not feeling very good. Just want to sit down. Okay, sure. Right. Well, that was straight to the point, wasn't it? I was expecting a little bit more, but perhaps maybe we can have a chat with Ren once more, or can we get rid of some of our items? It doesn't look like I can interact with Nana anymore, but I was wondering if I can maybe take this trinket over here in exchange for, say, a fruit. But anyway. How are you doing, Ren? Quite well, thank you. In fact, I was just thinking I would make a request. Have you ever heard of silver moonlight tea? It is a variety that I drank once with the Vindian monks. The taste of it brought my tongue near to bursting. It was a blisteringly potent drink, yet when the feeling subsided, I experienced a tremendous oneness with myself and the world around me. I do not often wish for it, but at this moment I find myself desiring a cup. Perhaps all this talk of passion has stoked my adventurous side. Sure. How do you make it? The monks placed one messberry, one chip, and one pellmelon. Messberry, chip, and pellmelon. Okay. And a mushroom into a pot of hot water. With dried tea leaves, of course. Is that too much to ask? Messberry, chip, pellmelon, and mushrooms. Okay. I guess any type of mushroom would do. Thank you, Warrior Alta. Okay, let's take a look at the field guide. And what I'm curious about is, yeah, okay, they actually list all of the ingredients specifically here, unlike some other requests that we've seen where they just sort of list out what sort of feeling you need to get from the tea. So, do we have the right fruits? So messberry, we need a chip, and we need a mushroom as well. Why don't we just gather the ingredients first? It looks like Borrow has something to tell us as well, but let's come back to Borrow a little bit later. And I'm just gonna see if we can find the fruits that we need. So chips, yeah, we've got the big hybrid for the chips there. So I think we have the messberry, pellmelon, and a mushroom. Do we have a pellmelon? No. We've got tea balls though. So don't need to make any tea. Pellmelons, I think. Is it this one? No. Maybe it's this one. Yeah, that's it. And should I water these things? Might not be a bad idea. I'm just gonna water the trees just so that we don't have to do that later. So, just the ones that don't really have any fruits on them. Perfect. Alright. So let's stash that away. And we just need to look for some mushrooms. I may as well grab some tea while I'm at it. Or tea leaves, that is. So we've got a bunch of mushrooms here. I can't remember which mushroom's which, but I think maybe we do the gifting one. Or the gift shroom. And I won't bother grabbing any other mushrooms, I don't think. Because it does sort of clutter our inventory a little bit. I know there's a lot of mushrooms to be picked, but so far we haven't really learnt whether or not these mushrooms do anything in particular when mixed with tea. Since we have actually tried, you know, having the shrink shroom, and it didn't exactly do anything, did it? So, perhaps maybe there is a specific way to make the ingredient effect appear, or to get it to apply. Maybe. Okay, looking better. There we go, and a few more just up this way. And one of these days, I think we should actually try to go out to the forest again and see if we learn anything new about Alta. Or perhaps maybe we just straight up find Master Winters, who knows? It could happen, right? I have my doubts, but it could happen. Ooh. Yeah, we do need a cup though, right? So let's go ahead and grab that. We'll drop it off for washing. And yeah, I think that's maybe it for looking after the clearing. Oh, looks like we've just got some more mail there. We'll come back to that. Let's drop our tea for drying. And yeah, let's go ahead and make this tea. Looks like our new guest wants something else, potentially, so... but let's focus on Ren first, since his order came in first. Yeah, that should be enough, and... I think I have everything. But if not, I don't think the... like, hot water cools down or anything like that if we spend too long doing other stuff. Don't think the game is that punishing. Okay, so T-ball. We need a chip, a mezberry, and a pelmelon. And we need a mushroom, right? So we've got this gift shroom. Hopefully that'll do the trick. So now we just need to find ourselves a cup. Maybe we use one of these new cups. And I reckon job's going to be done once we do this. Do we still have a batch? Yeah, we do. So I might actually drink that ourselves a little bit later, but let's see if we can go find Ren again. Here it is, Silver Moonlight Tea. Very good, let's have a taste. Quite a handsome looking fellow there, under the mask, that is. My goodness! My goodness! What an invigorating rush to the senses. Well done, Warrior Alta. A cup of silver moonlight tea that would make the Vindian monks proud. Whew, this is truly a sensation like no other on this planet. A tea that is not for the faint of heart. Yet already I can feel it claiming me from within. Alighting my truest sense of self. Ah, what a remarkable sensation. I feel alive, truly. I was not expecting to have this particular drink today. Here's to pleasant surprises. Thank you. Alright, there we go. And is he gonna put the cup down? Because I would like to wash that. If we can. Maybe I should grab this pot and place it somewhere else, to be honest. Let's maybe place the pot over here. He's just gone ahead and, like, walked off with our cup. Can I not take the cup from him? No, he's just going to continually just carry the cup with him. This is actually quite a lovely looking scene, isn't it? This lone tree in the middle of the pond. I kind of want to take a picture of that. Speaking of taking pictures, guys, I also feel like it might be a good idea to take pictures of people, and I regret not taking a picture of the Demon Hunter and Gerald, and I almost feel like the game's sort of trying to tell us that you need to value the time, or what little time that you have with various people. So it might not be a bad idea, although getting people to hold still might be a little bit difficult. So I might take a picture of Ren and see, you know, if we can place it somewhere. Whoops. So let's stash that, and let's take a look. Hopefully it's a decent enough picture. He's put down his cup though, so that's good. I wonder if I can get a better picture of him when he's not moving around so much. Yeah, right here. He's gonna sit down, so that's good. Let's try and take a quick snap here before he leaves. Alright. It's a bit difficult with the controller to get the right angle, but I think I managed a decent snap there. Let's see, so we've got a couple of different pictures, right? Or no, I've got that one. Oh, I think I dropped the picture, didn't I? I should go grab it. Yeah, it's just over here. I wish the photographs just like end up in your inventory instead of being dropped. Let's get some of these cups washed. And I suppose we should place the photograph in. And I think maybe, you know, having photographs in some of the smaller frames could work. Especially if we're taking pictures of people. Yeah, that's the one. There we go. Right. And yeah, let's have a chat with this customer. We don't even know her name. You said tea before. Yes, this is a tea shop. Do you need something? I am not feeling very good. For a long time now, a pain in my chest. Something to relieve the pain, perhaps? Is that what you want? Tea to help with your pain? If you have it, I'll take a look. Something else? The mind. It focuses only on the pain. Can the tea give my mind another thing to think of? Something to think of other than pain? I'll do my best. Alright, so something to relieve pain, but then something to also make this person think of something else. Something to help with chest pain, something to cause distracting thoughts. Well, maybe we can make it work. Let's take a look at what all of the fruits do. Mint reminds you of those who have wronged you. Could do the trick, although not for the pain. Tastes like the origins of the planet itself. Makes you nostalgic for something you never actually experienced. Impossible to quite place, no matter how hard you think about it. Known to infuriate some, maybe not the best for this situation. A burning sensation to the feet. No, maybe not. Tastes like the day you first met your best friend. Could be. It's pretty positive, isn't it? Potent taste rich with cinnamon causes temporary amnesia if you drink it too fast. Completely tasteless returns your thoughts to a time of innocence. Could do the trick. Bite berry. Whaling fruit. Tastes of ginger and well-worn leather. Consumption tends to make one overly confident in the ability to do math. Noted for relieving physical pain. Okay, so snock cones are what we're looking for. But I feel like maybe we need some other ingredients in there as well. Would a mushroom do the trick? I'm not sure. Or perhaps maybe I just combine the two fruits together. Possibly. Another snail one. Sure. Sure. We'll take these trinkets. Alright, let's get to brewing some more tea. Looks like Nana has something else to say to us. Maybe for once she might actually order some tea. But anyway. Snock cone, great, and I need to decide on what other fruit I'm going to mix in this tea. I reckon a bite berry would do the trick. So let's grab one of these. Do I even have a bite berry on me? Yeah, I do. Okay. So very good, and I do have some tea, so we should be able to make this straight away. Let's go for it. We might have a chat with Borrow after. Ooh. Radio needs a little bit of attention. There we go. Oh yeah, that's right. We still have some of this leftover tea. Forgot about that. Do we perhaps maybe have some of our own tea to start? Maybe that's not a bad idea. We've already committed to the request, so, you know, we can definitely come back to it. That's not a lot of tea. But that's okay, I guess we can still enjoy it. Can we find a bench? Yeah. Let's maybe enjoy it right here. Let's see what we think of thanks to this tea.
Oh my god. What the hell is this? My entire face is on fire. It's almost like I'm gonna vomit. Hang on. Hang on. Ooh, I can't think clearly. My whole brain is like I'm being swallowed by a... Wow. Okay. Ooh, I think it's starting to calm down now. Oh my god. For the love of all that's holy, what on earth did I just drink? Okay, so... when do I get the feeling of being centered and calm? I don't feel anything yet, just terrible. Is the calmness on its way? Hello? Nothing? I don't feel anything. Well, I feel like magma got poured down my throat. Other than that, I feel nothing. Whew. What a bunch of nonsense.
I guess it's just too many fruits, too many flavors all together. But anyway, I'm glad we had that batch. Unfortunately, it wasn't very revealing though, was it? Like, it was just purely a horrible taste. Let's make the next batch. And again, we'll probably make a little bit for ourselves as well. That way we can experience some of these new flavors and maybe, you know, write a few notes here and there on how it makes us feel. Okay, so we need a snock cone, a bite berry, and a tea-ball. We're out of tea-balls though, so perhaps maybe we should fetch some. Speaking of fetching things, probably need to fetch some mugs. Got plenty now, that's good. Okay, pockets are full. Should be able to just place it here though. Right. Grab these. And I've got too many cups now, I feel. Let's place that down, and maybe I'll place just a few more cups out this way. Make the place actually look like a shop that serves tea. Okay, a bit overboard there, but that's fine. I don't know if I trust a tea that is neon pink. Here you go. Okay. Did it help with the pain? Yes. There is a calming in my chest. The pain is quieting. Not gone, never fully gone, just a little quieter. Yes, this is good. Thank you. What about taking your mind off the pain? There are new thoughts now, yes. I am thinking of the ranch as a child. Trips in the winter. I have not thought of this place in many years. Yes, I am glad for the distracting thought. Thank you. This is good. I'm glad to have it, this cup of tea. I must do something in exchange. I will make you something as a gift for the tea. A wind chime, yes. I will build a wind chime for your shop. Is this acceptable? Sure. Okay, it will take a moment. I will return. A wind chime? Interesting. Maybe something else that we can tinker with, potentially, but I do want to have a chat with Borrow, though. I wonder if I should be taking a picture of this person. And perhaps maybe I should be taking a picture of Nana. We'll do that in a sec. Maybe, firstly, let's chat with Borrow. Hello, miss. Borrow is having a thought, if you might indulge me. When our clearing changed, as you know, all of our plants were lost. But I have noticed the pictures inside the shop appear to have stayed exactly as they were before. Anything that was inside a picture frame is still here with us now. Therefore, I am thinking that perhaps it would be good to use the camera to build up some photo memories. After all, if we are going to once again lose our work, it would be nice to have something to remember it by. So, what if you are filling up our picture frames with some photographs? These might be photographs of anything. Borrow is not meaning to suggest a particular subject. Is this something of interest to you? Yeah, we'll definitely do that. Wonderful. Just a handful of photographs around the shop would feel simply wonderful, I think. Please come see me once you've put some up. I would love to know when you feel it is complete. I wonder if that means we have to fill all of them up. But perhaps maybe you don't have to worry about filling absolutely every single frame, I don't think. Just curious here, but if I did decide to take a photo... Okay, yeah, the icons above people's heads will actually disappear. So that's good to know. Damn it. I had my chance there. Maybe I should take a sneaky picture of Nana. while she's not looking, you know? That way we don't get into, an argument with her. Hello. I have done it. I've built the wind chime. It is there, now. It is good. Thanks. Yes. Okay. So this is it. Can we interact with it? Maybe not. I wonder if this is something that's going to last until the next sort of meditation cycle, if you will. Anyway, let's take that picture, as I said. A sneaky snap. Yeah. Oh, she's selling... What are those? Getting the right angle is actually quite difficult. Wow. Yeah, really difficult, actually. Feel like maybe a little bit of work with the control sensitivity would be too bad. Feel like she was closing her eyes when I took this picture, so maybe this is not the best. So, let's just stash it for the time being. Let's take another picture. This time, hopefully, she keeps her eyes open. Oh, she was in a really, really good position there. There we go. Nice, okay. Goodness, that actually takes a lot of work. Let's stash that, grab that. And look, since we have it, we may as well place it down. So Nana can go there. That's fine. I like that. And sure, we'll take a few more snaps here and there. I did say that I like the look of the tree right in the center here. And I kind of want to take a picture of that. I think it's a decent subject. So... maybe with Ren in the... okay, no. I take that back immediately. Yeah, that looks decent. Should I maybe take a step back? Maybe not. Maybe that position was good. Yeah, that's decent. Alright, let's stash that, grab that, and let's throw this in somewhere. Yeah, maybe over there. That's fine. Okay, a lot of people do want to speak to us again, and perhaps maybe we can speak to Nana this time, although there's something else in the mail here. Let me just check on that. Hello, hello, book lovers. It's Book by Mail Club again. I have to say, it's been a long time since I received such a positive response to a book as With Edge of a Bullet. You'll really liked it, so let's read another Dirk Warhard novel. This time it's The Fastest Bullet Alive. I hope you like this as much as Dirk likes justice. Later, Gators. Oh lord, here we go. The Fastest Bullet Alive, a Dirk Warhard novel. We'll have a read of that, but I reckon maybe we'll read that in the next episode. I do want to have a chat with Nana before we go. Hey! Nana, anything you need? Anything I need? You bet you're behind there's something I need. I need respect. I need devotion. I need a proper cult-like worshipping. I need a well-structured tax haven and the assurance of no paper trail whatsoever. I need everyone except me to chill the hell out for once. I meant, like, tea. Pah! You think I got where I am today by drinking tea? Not a chance. I've rejected every tea I've ever been offered, and it's worked out great. Fantastic. Thanks, Nana. I definitely don't feel any more useful than before. Don't be useful. Dumpsters are useful, and nobody wants to be around a dumpster. Actually, speaking of which, let me pawn some of my garbage off to you. I picked up these seeds a few days ago. Turns out they're all defects. They don't make plants at all. They grow into weird statues and nonsense like that. Seeds growing into statues? Haven't you ever heard of laws of physics? Gotta get rid of them now. Need to clear the inventory. Pick one of them to take. If they're garbage, why can't I have all three? Because it would paint me as a halfway generous person. Even one piece of trash is almost too good for you, let alone three. You take one of them off my hands and be grateful. Jeez. Okay, it does have a description though. I thought you would have to sort of get lucky. Tribute to bugs, cosmic orb, pluffins of marble. So maybe just a pluffin statue made of marble, maybe? This cosmic orb sounds kind of interesting, so we'll take that. When planting anything into the ground, use L1 or R1 to rotate the preview. Ah, okay. Surprised that the game is actually teaching us this now. So I always wanted to sort of rotate our plants, or at least I kind of wanted to do that initially. Where should we leave this? Maybe here? Cool. I don't think we can actually interact with it, but it looks fine, I suppose. Let's have another chat with this mysterious customer, though. We still don't have a name, do we? I must leave now. Thank you for the tea. Yes, it was good. Yes, okay. Goodbye. Alright then. All we can say is that this person is maybe a mechanic or a carpenter or something like that. So I might refer to them as the mechanic or carpenter. Let's see, anything else we can do around the shop? I suppose we can have a little bit more tea because we did have a batch of tea and that didn't really turn out to be very good. So I'm keen on having a decent batch of tea this time that might actually provoke some thoughts. Once again, just a small pour of tea. And maybe we can enjoy this in front of the trellis garden.
Innocence. I hate that word. You know, sometimes I look at other people, and they still haven't learned this fundamental lesson about how everything comes from hard work. And I think to myself, that's innocence. That person is still completely naive. It's like they're still living in a dream where things are going to be okay. Things aren't going to be okay.
Yeah, I suppose there's a point to that. There's a point to that. I can agree that you do need to be somewhat prepared, work kind of hard, but probably not to the point of pushing yourself to extreme limits, though. And definitely get behind, you know, slowing down, smelling the roses, you know, that sort of stuff. I don't know if we can just have a chat with Borrow about the pictures that we've already put into the frames, so maybe he would be pretty happy with what we've got. Hello, miss. Is there something I can be assisting you with? You said you wanted me to put up some photos? Ah, yes. If you use the photo camera, you could make some lovely memories. Why not take some photos and hang them up around the shop? I feel like that would be nice. When you've put up a few more photos, please do come see me. Okay, I guess we need to do a few more. And that's fine. I would like a nice photo of Borrow, if we can get him to stand still. This is actually a decent photo here, if I can actually do it. Maybe? I don't know. Is there a sign that actually says Wanderstop? Maybe not. Okay, I think that one was a little bit better, so let's grab that. And we're gonna have a lot of like photos in our inventory that we're not going to use though, so I don't know if there's a way we can get rid of that without having to drop them in tea. That's the only solution that I have at the moment. Are there any frames in this room? Doesn't look like it. Maybe just one there. That seems fine. And, you know, since I've already mentioned it, maybe I could do that. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just boil some water, drop a whole bunch of like photos and stuff in it, and then just drain it all. Why not? That's a good way to just get rid of stuff, right? I'm sure the tree in the center will be very happy with us feeding it photo water. Boiling photo water. Let's see. Let's grab that. Stash. Oh, my bad. I need to kick this open first. Yeah, let's just... Oh, okay. And it just disappears, though. I see. I see what's going on. Can we throw trinkets in there as well? What the hell happened there? Okay. I guess it just means that it's been deleted from existence. Maybe. But we can just drain it all. Don't need to give anyone a taste of all of that. Okay, brilliant. I think this is where we're going to call it an episode, guys. We've spoken to pretty much every single guest that we have this time around. I'm hoping to be able to have a read of this next Dirk Warhard novel that we just picked up, but I'll probably reserve that for next episode, as I said. And yeah, we'll see if we can maybe serve even more tea. It looks like Ren probably wants another cup of tea, hopefully. So we'll get to doing that in the next one as well. Hope you've enjoyed it. Drop me a like if you did. Subscribe if you're new. Stay true. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.